Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So very rarely I get to make something like just for fun, like for no reason. Usually when I work on something it's for a YouTube video, but yesterday I started something that has been intimidating me. I'm really glad that I started it yesterday, kind of just by myself, to kind of work out any like small kinks and mistakes that might happen, so that when I show you guys it's a little bit smoother. Again, we will probably get into some mistakes, but yesterday I started a tray piece and I kind of love how it's coming out. So obviously like it's looking a little, oh, what is that? I think I just touched wet resin, so that's not good. But it obviously is looking a little rough. I still have to like kind of carve off a few bits here. But yeah, so I think what we're gonna try to do this week is make a tray, and I have a whole new shape. I have a bunch of stuff here, so if you guys are interested in seeing if we can accomplish a kind of like geode style tray, then continue watching. Okay, so there's a lot involved in this, so I'm gonna try to get through all the things that you guys are gonna need kind of fast, because I know that's kind of the boring part. But kind of like this geode piece, I do have an acrylic shape, and this is from CounterCultureDIY. So this is 4 trays, and that's how I made this other one as well. But I have kind of like a different shaped one. It's a little rounder, it's kind of like even more geode shaped, so we're gonna use that one. I also have a bunch of little silicone cups that we're going to be mixing in the different pigments and glitters and stuff. And then speaking of pigments and glitters, I have pigments and glitters. I just almost stabbed myself in the eye. So as you can see, we're probably going to go purple style. Purple style? We're probably going to go a little more purple. The other one I have here is very pink and like champagne-y, and I wanted to go a little bit purple, and I'm excited because some of these I haven't used before, so I'm excited to dig into these. I'll show you close-ups of exactly what they are when we get into the project. I also have some quartz crystals, and then some like, I think these are just glass, like little shards of glass to kind of make it look very crystal-esque. I've got 2 handles, and it's like, these are the exact ones that I used on the other tray. They're like a rose gold color. I'm also going to be using some super glue to kind of like, instead of screwing these in, I like to glue them down first, and then the resin holds them on. Again, we'll get into this kind of stuff when we actually start the project. I forgot to say that there are other glitters. Did you think we were only using 2 glitters? Absolutely not. 4 glitters minimum. 4 glitters minimum. And then I'm so excited to use these because I talked about trying to find them in my last video, but they are silicone, basically silicone popsicle sticks. And for resin, I am going to be using casting resin. So when I did the tray yesterday, I did it with like a faster curing resin, and I feel like I say this all the time, and then I go back and I try to use faster curing resins anyway, but it just got so hot that it started to almost like bend the acrylic part, like it melted it a little bit. So it was because I used a lot and it got real hot. So I feel like casting resin is just where I should stay because I know it really well. So we are going to be using casting resin for these few first layers with the colors and stuff. I don't know how many layers we're going to be doing. We'll see how I like it after we get these first few colors going. So the first thing I am going to do is pop these handles out. So they come with like a little pack of screws. I at first was like, oh, I gotta screw this in, and the screw sticks out a lot. So I was like, that's gonna be super weird. So I literally just like put a blob of glue, like super glue, right on these ends here. And then I'll stick it on and hold it there until it's, you know, it's staying. And then once I pour the resin and the resin cures with it, the resin holds it on. So it does stay in place with just like glue and resin because the resin will cure and hold it. So I don't really get into the screw part, thank goodness. These are our handles, so I'm gonna get some super glue here, and then we're gonna glue these right on to the acrylic piece here. Actually, I almost forgot, I have to peel 1 layer off. So if you didn't watch the video where we made this geode, these acrylics are, they're like just a clear acrylic shape, and you can peel one side of this like paper stuff off. So both sides have this like peel off paper that once you're ready to start pouring onto it, you can peel this off and it'll be like a shiny clear side, so the whole thing is clear, but then you can leave the other sticky papery side on there so that when you start pouring, all the resin will start to like drip off and go onto this side with the paper, and then you can use like a heat gun later and peel the whole thing off. It's super awesome because then you don't have to tape anything, you don't have to get any like liquid latex involved. It's already there for you, ready to go. So that's why I love these things so much. Okay, so now that the paper is off of our acrylic shape, I am going to start finally gluing on our handles, and then we will get going on the crystal part as well, gluing those down. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I kind of love it because it's like a really light, like lavender color with the glitters and everything. I'm really excited to see, like I really want to hold it up. Also, keep in mind that the like paper on the back is kind of like a yellowy brownish color. So that does kind of add to the piece. So when we peel that off, there's definitely going to be a lot more like clear see-through parts of it, and it won't be so like yellowy and purple. It'll definitely be purple, but there's gonna be more like clear parts and like really pretty like glittery parts. So I'm excited to take the paper off the back and see like all the true colors of it. I think I'm definitely leaning towards loving this one a lot more than the pink one that I did yesterday. Obviously this is my second try at it, so I definitely went into it knowing a few things that I didn't want and things that I did want. So that's probably obviously why you know, this one came out a little bit better than the pink one I did yesterday. But I love this. I can't wait. So tomorrow we'll come back to it. I'll decide if I want to do another layer of colors. I don't want it to get too crazy though. So if I really love how this looks tomorrow, I'll probably leave it, and then we'll just do a solid top coat, just a clear coat right on top of everything, you know, because the glitter kind of gives it some texture. And I want everything to be completely glossy and pretty, so we'll probably just do a clear coat tomorrow, and then it'll be done, and the next day we can peel it off and go ooh and ah at this tray. So I'm really excited. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so we just peeled all the paper off of this one. I just cannot get over it. It has such a pretty like lavender, like amethyst kind of vibe about it. It's perfect. It is so pretty. So I did go in and add some like rose gold lines here just to kind of tie in the rose gold handles. But I really love like the see-through parts of it because they're kind of like the faintest hint of lavender, and I think that that's just, I love this. I love this so much, and I love like the lines of glitter kind of give it, I don't know, it's a good contrast between the harsh lines of like the paint and then the white is pretty thick. So I really love like those glittery lines that kind of give your eyes something else to look at. I love this. So I also have the pink one here. I know I wasn't showing you guys the pink one the whole time I was making it, but that is this one. Wow, it looks a lot more see-through when I hold it up than it is in real life. But look at them together. They're so cool with like the different pigments and the glitter, the lines, like everything is so pretty. I did put a couple different coats of like top coat on this just to make it thick enough so that it didn't like bend or anything. I mean, it still kind of is a little bit thin for like a tray, but it definitely won't like bow if you've got something on it unless it's hot. I feel like you shouldn't put hot things on these because it will probably warm up the resin and then it might start bowing a little bit. But I did go in with a couple different coats just to thicken it up and make it more sturdy because the acrylic shape on its own is kind of thin and does bow a little bit. And actually when I was making this pink one, it's still not done. It's got a lot of rough edges on it because when I was making this one, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, so sorry if I did, but I used a faster curing resin. What always happens when we use faster curing resins around here, it got way too hot and it started to like melt and bow the acrylic shape. So like I'm bending it right now, so it's not actually like that. It's pretty straight, I think, yeah. But it started to like bow and like it was hot and I was like, oh my god, no. Because I really loved the colors. So I had it propped up so that the resin would like drip off, but I took it off of the thing that it was propped up on and just kind of sat it flat on a trash bag. and then so it like kind of, the resin kind of pooled around the edges, so I do have to clean it up. So that was a mistake with the pink one. Let me show you guys some magical close-up clips of this, I'm gonna call it amethyst geode tray. Like, it is just magical. Okay, commence those magical clips. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know which one you like more, if you can pick one. I don't, honestly, I have to go with the amethyst one. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and follow me on Instagram. It is at Artsymadwoman. I love you guys so freaking much, and I will get this hair out of my mouth first. And I will see you on the next video. Goodbye. Didn't even get it out of my mouth. Bye.